Hi, I am Ashley Pfeiffer. I am the maker behind Stamped AF, and you can take that as my initials or exactly what you think it is. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Winnipeg, Manitoba. If you live within Canada and do not yet have a demonstrator, please hit me up. I'd love to fill that role for you. If you, like me, like to craft as therapy, then join me on my website, stampedaf.ca, where you can take in a blog post, catch me on Facebook Live, best of all, attend an in-person event so you can catch my wit and charm, or craft along with me on YouTube. I drop a new video each Friday, so subscribe to stay posted, and if you'd like, hit that little bell and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So this is the card we are going to make today. This is one that I posted on my social media feeds this week, and it is using the new Nature's Poem bundle, the Rooted in Nature stamp sets and coordinating dies. The DSP is fantastic, but we're gonna make a change to the color because if you know me at all, you know that I don't like making multiples of something. I like to change it up. So without further ado, let's get to it. So these are the supplies that we are going to start off with. We've got our card base. It's an A2 card base, so it is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and this is going to be a top folding landscape. Words fail. Okay, so there we go. And bring my big shot into the picture. So first we are going to take this beautiful designer series paper and we are going to cut out this larger oval, and by doing that we're also going to get the smaller version. So I'm going to line those both up at the same time, and you can just eyeball it to see that it's straight. Doesn't have to be perfect. And if you would like to have it stay exactly where it is, you can use some washi tape or a magnetic plate, but I find by feeding my plate through this way that it stays exactly where I want it to. So there we go, and we can keep that piece for something else if we want. So that was the stacking ovals. Gorgeous set. So that is the base, and we can glue this part down now. So let's do that so that it's ready to roll. Whoa, a little heavy on the glue there. And then what we can do is just let this sit aside so that it dries flat. Now this part we won't put down quite yet because it's going to be on dimensionals. So I'm just going to put that between some stamp sets for now. This down here so you can see what it is that we're trying to achieve here. So now we can cut out our leaves. And that is, again, part of this Rooted in Nature. So here is actually we're not using this one. Here is the stamp set and dies that we are going to use. So you can see that there are these lovely debossing dies, and we're just going to use this one, and we can only do one at a time because we only have one of these. I'm just going to switch to my embossing plate. I like to use a tiny bit of washi tape here to keep the die where I want it, and just wipe off some of that stick so it doesn't tear your paper. We are going to take our sentiment and mount it on a D block. Give you some light here. And we are just using Versamark for that. Pull out our copper embossing powder. A good tip is to let your embossing gun heat up before you go over your piece so that it doesn't blow any extra embossing powder away. So just turn it on and let it run for a minute. Take a piece of your copper trim ribbon and just start pulling it apart. No need to be gentle. Gives a really funky netting look. And then you can straighten it out and do it some more. I actually found when I was doing this, the best way was to keep my bone folder and then pull from both sides so that every time I tried stretching it, it didn't revert back to its original shape. So try and pull from both sides, because it just wants to go back in the middle. Okay, so there's that. You don't even need your bone folder, you can just use your thumb. There we go. So we'll grab this, and this is the first piece to go down. And we are just going to get our paper piercing tool and some glue dots. And just kind of plop it down anywhere. You're not going to see it. You can continue to fiddle around with it until you're happy with it the way it is. And now we will take some Tombow and attach our leaves. And with the foil sheets, I like to also put a glue dot because it is quite a heavy cardstock. And just give it a little bit of a curve at the end. Typically leaves don't lie completely flat. With this one, we'll just give it a little curl with our bone folder. I'll just hold that down for a second. Actually, we'll put our block on there for a minute. So the next thing we need is some copper thread. Cut a nice little piece of that. And I just like to wrap it around a few fingers. And then again, adhere with some glue dots. Trim off any excess, unless you want to have that one straight piece there. Arrange it how you'd like it to look. And then last, we're just going to pop a couple of dimensionals on here. And I'm using the full size. I will actually place them on here so that I don't end up putting them in a spot where they're not really going to stick anyways. So I think we'll do one more down here. Try and center it between that oval that you cut out, and voila, that's it. Easy peasy, huh? So we've got it in two of the DSP options. This one has got the Grapefruit Grove and Mint Macaron, and this has got Rich Razzleberry and that Petal Pink. So, beautiful. And that's all. Thanks for joining me, and consider hitting that subscribe button below, and stay tuned. Each week I have a new video. Bye.